Be sure to go to flipsidegaming.com and use promo code 6 for 10% off on orders over $10. It's a good deal and it helps support the show. What is up, Planeswalkers? Theoric 6 back with some more Magic the Gathering Arena. I also got a cool thing in the mail from Wizards of the Coast. I'm going to go ahead and open this on camera. I'm going to be honest, I didn't really expect to get this. But Senpai noticed me. They sent me a Christmas card. May you spend this holiday season surrounded by good cheer and good friends and good cheer from your friends at Wizards. Hey, Mission Fishaloo, Trick, A-Land. I don't know who A-Land is. I need to figure out like who all of these signatures are. But I am floored, Wizards. Thank you so much. They sent me the little holiday card. This is Decorated Night, and it comes in a little holiday sleeve. I'll be posting this on Twitter as well. But ooh, I'm so excited. I'm gonna put this right on my desk, right where I can see it. Anyway, today we're playing some of the Historic Artisan event. Before that, feel free once again to friend me. Here's my friend code. You can go ahead and friend me until I get 200 people. I'm just chilling. We're playing the Historic Artisan deck or event, and that is a historic event that is only commons and uncommons. And I decided to go with a Golgari Graveyard deck. Now, I will say I didn't make this deck from scratch. I used mtgarenazone.com. It's mtgazone.com, and I'll have links to that down in the description. I want to continue using sites that make cool deck lists for events like these, because I think one of the issues that some newer players are going to have naturally is when they see cool events like this, they're going to be really excited, because this format is kind of for them, really. This is a bunch of commons and uncommons, but they may not necessarily know the best way to construct a deck like this. So I figure some website like MTG Zone is going to be very beneficial. So some people might say, oh, you're just being lazy copying a list. That's part of it. But another part is I do want to make sure that the people who this event is for have the resources to actually make the decks. Also, for what it's worth, it was between this and the Is It Wizards deck, but I really wanted to use this sleeve. So we're playing 4 Citrus Supplier. We want to dump stuff in the yard. We want to dump creatures in the yard because our main win condition is either sweet Molderhulk loops or reanimating Lotleth Giant and doming our opponent for a lot. So dumping a bunch of cards in our yard is the best way to do that. We are running 33 creatures and 22 lands, yes. And the reason we're okay with that split is because of our Explore package. We're running 3 Seekers Squire, 4 Merfolk Branchwalkers, and of course the Wildgrowth Walkers. These two are going to help us by exploring. Either we draw land, or we get to choose whether or not to put something in the graveyard or on the top of the deck. In a deck like this, we can choose, hey, we can't cast this Lotleth Giant yet, or hey, we can't cast this Molderhulk yet. Let's dump it in the yard for now, and we can get it back later. Or we can say, hey, I really want to get this Gorging Vulture. I need a blocker in the sky, or I want to make sure that I'm filling up my graveyard even more, or I just want a little bit of the life gain that comes from the Gorging Vulture. Go ahead and dump that in the yard. Or sorry, go ahead and keep that on top and cast it, or dump it in the yard if you want to cast the Molderhulk in your hand or something. So very, very helpful, and they're pretty valuable overall. Wildgrowth Walker, in conjunction with those, is going to be a fantastic way to stop all of the aggro decks. This, I'm predicting, is going to be a very aggro-heavy meta, because there have been a lot of uncommon lords recently. We have knights, we have merfolk, we have vampires, we have Grumgully. I forgot about Grumgully. We have a lot of lords for creature types that are pretty hefty in the commons and uncommons. So I'm expecting a decent amount of aggro, so I really do like Wildgrowth Walker in this situation. Glowspore Shaman. This is another way that we can get around our short mana base, or our small mana base, because it allows us to put a card from our yard into this type of deck, while also dumping cards in our yard for us, which is very nice. Also, a 3-power creature is pretty nice. Forever Young, this is a way to just chunk a bunch of our cards back in the top, just in case shenanigans occur and we're like really low on cards in hand, or cards in deck, sorry. If we had this in our hand, we can go and just plop it all back. That's quite nice. Gorging Vulture, it's a 2/2 flyer for 3 that puts the top 4 into our bin. Very, very helpful. And for what it's worth, you get 1 life for each creature card put in the graveyard this way. In a 33 card deck, that's, you know, more than half your deck, really. You're probably looking to gain, on average, 2 point something life, and that's not bad. 3 Ravenous Chupacabras, it's removal. We need that in this deck. it does a good job. 4 Blood for Bones. We get to sack things and bring things back. If we have to, we can go ahead and sack like a Merfolk Branchwalker and bring it back. But in general, these are the cards that we're looking to bring back. What's very nice, of course, is that you can sacrifice one thing and get that same thing back, but something else back to your hand, for example. So let's say we have a Lotleth Giant already in play. We had to play it early. Our opponent somehow didn't die from it. We also have a Lotleth Giant in the yard. Well, we can Blood for Bones, sack our Lotleth Giant. Now we now have 2 Lotleth Giants in the yard. We return 1 to the battlefield and 1 back to our hand. Let's say, for some reason, we're going against, like, Life Gain. I think that's going to be a deck in this as well, the Orzhov Life Gain deck. They're still not dead from the Lotleth Giant. Boom, bada bing, bada bam. We kill him with our other Lotleth Giant that's in our hand. Fantabulous. Syr Konrad. This is just going to drain the crap out of our opponents. Pretty much, this card says whenever you cast the majority of your cards, go ahead and dome your opponent. It's just fantastic. And the ability to mill both players is also quite nice. And of course, Lotleth Giant, main way we win is by just doming our opponent for a lot. Or we play Molderhulk, we get a bunch of cool loops with Memorial of Folly, in which we play Molderhulk for super cheap, we get back a Memorial, let's say Molderhulk dies, sack it, get the Molderhulk back into hand, cheap play it, get back Memorial, loops, de-loops, de-loops. And this is the rest of our mana base, totally fine and totally good. Now let's hop in. I wanted to practice with the deck a little bit because I was a little bit wary about the mana base, but you know, after looking at it a little bit more, I was like, okay, it should be fine. It definitely should be fine. So I usually like going in these sight unseen. Up against Atomic. This Gross Teferi hand. This is a good hand. Turn 2 this probably, and turn 3 that's fine. We could even like potential for a Blood for Bones pretty early to get something stupid. What is this? Wait a minute, I just realized we don't have the board from Halloween, right? That's kind of bullshit. Like, I'm hoping at some point Wizards actually, like, gives us these. I don't think I'll be putting a land... I definitely won't be putting a land in. That's fine, though, because we can get a... Probably Konrad. On turn 4, I'm probably going to put a Konrad into play. I'm going to be sacking this, I think. Need to make sure I can live. No blocks here. Wildgrowth Walker is going to be a bit of a help for sure. Okay. Do you have lifelink all the time? Yeah. See, I don't appreciate that. I really don't appreciate that. It's 9? I guess instead, let's see, Konrad. Molderhulk doesn't do much. I could chump here. Psycho Walker. Next turn, I could kill Healer's Hulk with my Chupacabra, and then the following turn, Chup thing. So I think I might need to chump. I think I just need a chump. And we're gonna kill the flyer, I think. No, we're gonna have to chump again, aren't we? Darn. Okay, well, that sucks. I guess I only have to chump 1. So I can chump this, I suppose. I don't think I can do anything with Blood for Bones, really. Drawing that many Molderhulks is pretty bad. But I think, honestly, my opponent had an amazing curve. I can sack this, get a Chup. No, I'm dead. Well, that sucks. Is it Candy Cane Girl over there? That was not fun. Oh, I should mention, if you don't care about card styles and you're not super enthused about playing this format, because for what it's worth, this format is going to be almost entirely aggro focused. I wouldn't spend gold on this. You know, Theros Beyond Death's right around the corner. All you're getting is card styles. It's not necessarily the best. I do wish I had a green source here. With a single green source, I would keep this pretty easily. And I have to make like an actual decision. I might keep it because I am insane. This is, yep, it's going to be, it's either Wizards or just straight up mono blue tempo. Show me a green source. But I'm guessing this is mono blue tempo, based on the fact that you had another blue instead of a red source. Okay. Oh my gosh, the green source. I think I'm going to attack first because I would rather my opponent flash in a Merfolk to block my Citrus Supplier than have them quench my Merfolk Branchwalker. So, yeah, I think this is fine. Gonna go and play this. That is gonna go in the yard because I would like to draw a land. And I'm going to be playing this Branchwalker next turn anyway. So, I don't mind all that much. And plus, I want to get my Molderhulk a little bit bigger. Winged Words, sure. Wait, Winged Words? Why not just play, I guess that's fine. I would have blocked. Which I guess is why they're not doing that. But hey, damage not coming to me. Pretty damn good. I'm gonna play the Branchwalker first. I don't think there's a counterspell for these at 1 mana. Because if I draw a black source, I'd rather play that. Well, you too. That's fine. Not really a reason for me to attack. Because they possibly have dive down. So I think I'm fine just not attacking here. Op, sure. Worse opt art. So if I top deck an untapped land, depends. I guess it depends on if they're untapped or not. What do I have in my yard right now? Oh, I actually don't have anything I want to Blood for Bones anyway, so I'd likely just cast Gorging Vulture next turn. Apple, I don't want to start watching Apple TV. Fuck off. I don't watch TV anyway. I watch, like, solely YouTube videos. And, like, the random episode of Rick and Morty once it becomes free on Adult Swim. Terramander, Siren, Storm Tamer. You keeping up too? Yep, keeping up too. Yeah, I still think, unfortunately, Essence Capture's annoying, isn't it? I mean, I can't get around it. Mono Blue Temple pretty much always has it, right? I hate this deck so much. I'm so glad rotation occurred. I don't have to deal with this deck in Standard anymore. It is probably my least favorite deck on Arena that has ever been on Arena. I'm trying to think now. Yeah, I want to say it is. I want to say that it is. So we're going to do this. There's not a reason for me to use Blood for Bones just yet, to be honest. I'm just going to yeet some stuff in my yard, hopefully. That was the sound of this. I was taking the tape off. Alright, I can cast this, and I don't really care too much if it gets countered. Just because I can get it back with a Memorial. So, I don't really mind all that much if it gets countered. Cool. I'm still at 15. I think my opponent's probably just gonna evolve their Terramander. Are they not? Oh, they're playing the Cutthroat. Alright. I did Trickster. Tap down Molderhulk, I assume. That's fine. They only have 2 cards, luckily. But the Terramander is going to be a potential issue. Luckily, I do have a Chups. But Chups does nothing as long as I have the Storm Tamers and stuff. So hopefully my opponent gets super greedy and puts their guard down. Come on, get greedy, opponent. Use your Terramander. Coward. So I'm just going to chump with the Trickster. Interesting. Yeah, that's fair, I suppose. I'll play this, see if they want to counter it. Let's see. Block, block, block. So I should still be alive even if they counter this after sacrificing Supplier. I wouldn't be surprised if this gets countered. I think my opponent is actually thinking about countering it or not. I haven't seen them touch my deck yet. Okay, they choose to let it resolve. How many? Wow, damn. I can put them so close. So Gorging Vulture potentially gains me a lot. I pretty much can't use Chupacabra. Gorging Vulture potentially gains me 4, and it gains me a blocker for the big card. Seekers Squire definitely gains me 3. But it like functionally loses me more, so I think it's gonna be Gorging Vulture. And probably Giants to hand? I think I want Giant to hand. And that resolves. An Unsummon is obviously pretty bad, but... Wow, 1 life, thanks. It's still, I'm pretty sure, worth more than otherwise. Because this can block the Terramander. Opponent in a mono blue deck, frankly, my opponent is kind of flooding here. Let's see if they go all in. They don't. They just go with the Terramander. Interesting. I kind of want to force them to use it or lose it. It ties up a little bit of their mana, not a lot, but tying up some of their mana is still fine with me. It does make my Lotleth Giant swing in for 10. So they do go ahead and use it. They only have 2 mana left. I always forget that's 8 mana and not 7. I always forget that activating the adapt is only is 8 mana. I always think for some reason that it's 7. Okay, that's not very helpful. So I could just cast Giant. I could swing all out first. Let's see, because Giant can do, well, the issue of swinging all out first is, let's see, I'm down the crackback, right? Like 5, 8, 10, 13. Yeah, I'm like literally just out on the crackback. If this was a Jungle Hall, it would be slightly better. 2, 3. I could technically use Momentum to Folly in order to get back Gorging Vulture or something. in order to gain life back, but I really just frankly don't know what it is my opponent's doing. So I think I still want to be relatively conservative here and just attack like this. I assume my opponent's going to chump block. Yeah, okay. And that's still fine for me. The question at this point, I guess, is do I want to cast Lotleth Giant? Or do I want to put Vulture back in my hand and cast that? Because they let me cast Gorging Vulture, so they would have had to have one card. Let me just make sure I can actually do that. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So I can technically do this. And I think that's just the play that I want to make. This could be super wrong. I'm not going to lie. But as of right now, Lotleth Giant doesn't win the game for me. This does help. It resolves. Very helpful for me. It can gain me more life. It does. So it gains me more life. It gives me a Molderhulk, another Molderhulk to put into play. Makes my Lotleth Giant technically slightly better. Gives me another blocker for the Pteramander this turn. Let's see. I don't actually think I blocked the Pteramander this turn, though. Because unless they're also being quite conservative, and they're deciding to keep the Lotleth Giant, or a counterspell for the Lotleth Giant. 10, so it's 3. Play that and get it back. Yeah, shut up. I want to say no blocks. That is pretty decent. Costs 7 though. Lotleth Giant takes all of my mana. Whereas I can actually just get a Molderhulk army going. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So it's not the best, but 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's see. So if I get an untapped source, that's a rebate of 1 essentially. So it'll cost me 1 to play that. Then it would be 4. So I could technically play both Molderhulks out of my yard this turn. I think that is slightly better. So I think here I'm going to go ahead and attack for 6. Do I attack for... Do I attack with my Merfolk at this point? My Branchwalker? Because I can only block 2 on the ground anyway. Yeah, so I think I'm going to attack like this. Now they might get me with a dive down, but I'm fine with that. Chump. Okay. So they're at 11. I'm at 9. I have a blocker with the Vulture. Even if they remove my Vulture, I'm not dead on board. So I think I'm just going to get more Molderhulks in, or at least try to. If this first one doesn't resolve, okay, yeah. Then first thing first, I get a forest. I use this to get back another Molderhulk. And this is the reason that I decided to play this for this deck, is because I abso-fucking-lutely love Molderhulk chains. And now my opponent really has to stay on the defensive. Because I'm rocking... Oh, fuck. Is Sleep? Sleep is in this format. There's no way they wouldn't have used Sleep already. Alright, another Cutthroat, that's fine. Yeah, no, I've been dead before to Sleep. So if my opponent has Sleep, if they top deck Sleep here... Okay, so no top deck of Sleep. I'm obviously going to block this turn. I don't want to go to 4. 4 is not a place I'm comfortable with. So we're going to block here. We're going to attack the crap out of my opponent. Because they have to block pretty much all of these, right? We're at the... Let's see, so they could have some, like, tricksters. If I attack with these, let's say... Well, let's move to combat first and see what they do. Do you have some tricksters for me? They don't. Okay. So at this point, the tricksters don't technically matter. They're blockers regardless. So those are all going in, for sure. They have to pretty much all get blocked if I decide to attack with... I think I'm going to attack with, like, this. I'll attack like this. Alright, let's see how that goes. Math is for blockers. Look, I'll just tell it like it is. Math is for blockers. Cool. Interesting. Dive down's fine. So I figured they had a dive down. Okay, so one of your cutthroats doesn't die. I have a Wildgrowth Walker to chump. So I think... they could be playing that one card from War of the Spark that gives hexproof to you and all of your permanents, and then amasses one. I doubt it. They would have countered one of these, right? There's no way. Unless they're playing like the super long con and they're like, I need to save for this Lotleth Giant that's coming out. Because my Lotleth Giant kills them. And I'm sure a bunch of people right now are pulling their hair out like, dude, just play the Lotleth Giant. But I have a superior board position. So I'm just going to cast Seekers Squire. Where's the counterspell, baby? No counterspell. Alright. I'm putting that in the graveyard. Then I'm going to activate this. I'm going to get another Squire. Yeah. I'm going to cast this. Let's see if this gets countered. But now, like, I have sufficient life. Like, I am almost certain that my opponent has held a counterspell for my Lotleth Giant at this point. Almost certain. And I don't need to care, because they're so far down on board that I can just kill them with my Molderhulks. They have 2 cards. They do have 6 damage in the air. Easy chump on the Brianborn. Now, let's just make sure. 6. Let's say somehow they get... I don't fucking care. There's like no way they're giving it trample. Yeah. Last ditch effort for them, and we got there. I really want to know what that last card is. I'm almost certain that it was a counterspell for Lotleth Giant. Almost certain. And I do think every step of the way I made the right decision by holding on to it as a threat and not as like the card to use. I think just having that bullet in the chamber allowed me to keep stabbing them with the knife that I was using. So this hand is fine. We're gonna keep this. Going second kind of sucks. Uh-oh. I'm a little scared, I'm not gonna lie. But next turn I'm gonna Shaman next turn. So this is just big green, looks like. Big Zam. Yeah, I think I still want to Shaman here. Try and get some cool shit in the yard. Not exactly what I was looking for, because I did want a land. But whatever. Oh, is it elves? Might be elves. Nope. It's just big green. Not elves, just big green. Gotcha. Well, I'm going to attack with my Glowspore Shaman, I guess. And just play a Gorging Vulture. Because I doubt they trade. I have no idea what big green has to offer in this mode. Glowspore Shaman, then I can guarantee a Blood for Bones. Blood for Bones gets back 2 Wildgrowth Walkers, and then I have, like, a pretty good time growing things. No, fuck that. No, I could have gotten land. Well, hopefully I still top deck a land. And even if I don't, it's not too big of an issue. I can just play Glowspore Shaman this following turn. Obviously they have this, but it doesn't have Trample. Trample's like the only thing that I'm really afraid of. Okay, you got food. You got a giant. Okay, you got a 7/7 without Trample, so I don't really care. I'm gonna hit you in the really air. Fine, I'll play Glowspore Shaman. I want to be able to Blood for Bones things. Let's go ahead and just get the forest back. And attack in the sky. Let's see, what fuck off. What do I have in here? I have a Chup. Alright, so I do have a Chup, so I might just Chup it up. Like, chump block the 7. Just take the 7, honestly. Wait, so it is elves? See, now I'm just confused. They didn't even attack? What? Alright, well, I'm attacking the air. Then sack my Gorging Vulture. I'm trying to do instant speed. Alright. Then I'm going to sack my Vulture. I'm going to get probably just Chupacabra. Chupacabra, Wildgrowth Walker is not like the best just because of the fact that I only have a Seekers Squire in hand. So it might be better to just get a Branchwalker. Yeah, I think it's slightly better to do that. Just get a Branchwalker. Then I'm still going to kill the Perfect. Because that is more of a pressing issue for me. Seven, I'm fine taking 7 once. Ow. Opponent can play the giant, sure. Alright, let's play this. Yeah, that's fine. And then I'm just going to double up on my Explorer creatures. That's going to stay on top. Yeah, it's going to stay on top for sure. And I'll pass. And I have decent double blocks. My opponent only has 2 cards left. Yeah, I'm not terribly worried. Well, technically, it would be a double block on the Beanstalk Giant and a triple block on the 7/7. But still, for what it's worth, this 7/7, does it remind anyone else of fucking Genghis Khan from Mulan? Because it reminds me of fucking I need to turn my ugly camera off. It reminds me of Genghis Khan from Mulan. I don't know if anyone else sees that. But it definitely reminds me of that. I hope I'm not, you know, going crazy. Sure. Another elf? Yeah, so we're going up against weird elf giants. We're going up against elves and their big friends. Yeah, I don't really care if I get, like, blown out. I think I'm just fine doing that. That is just 7 and 7. I could technically also Glowspore Shaman, but I'd rather not at this juncture. So let's block like that, try to get him out of there. Opponent could have a buff. They don't have a buff. All right. We trade these. I still have tradesies for there. I can play a Molderhulk. Oh, this is just gorgeous. Guess technically I could Vulture first. Is there a reason not to? I'm getting Memorial to Folly back regardless. So I don't think it actually matters what order I play my cards in. Yeah, I'm going against mono green. What the hell are they going to do? Nothing. That's what they're going to do. I have the power of... I was going to say I have the power of God and black on my side. I have the power of green and black on my side. That's better. Alright, cool. 2 life. Wish I didn't drop that Blood for Bones in there, but, you know, whatever. Them's the breaks. And I can slowly kill him with a Gorging Vulture. Well, that's slightly awkward. I would absolutely double block the Beanstalk Giant, though, because Molderhulk is pretty easy to get back. I have access to the loop already. This is 10? Ooh. I do like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to smork with everyone. Okay, I'm hitting with this for sure. And I think I'm just going to hit with these. That way I have some sort of, like, blocks just in case I don't kill them. Because you have to remember they do have food. Okay, I'm fine with that. Cool. So they're technically at 13, but they have to use their food now. But then they have to still deal with my Gorging Vulture, because this is going to put them down to 2. Or I can't do math. No, it is 2. Okay. So they have to find a way to deal with my Gorging Vulture. I'm pretty fine with that. No, I think I would technically prefer to do it like this. Yeah. Okay, didn't matter. My opponent appears to be dead. So we got a Molderhulk win, we got a Lotleth Giant win, and I think we lost to something. Yeah, we lost to something, I don't remember what it was. And we're gonna go smorking. Golgari Graveyard! Hell yeah. Hail Bolas. Yeah, whatever. It's fun. Quite enjoyable. Yeah, we played 3 games and we only won 2 of them. Cool. Do I have packs? I do have a pack. Awesome. I'm always pleasantly surprised. It's so nice to have my little card. Oh, I feel so happy. Anyway, I gotta tweet this out. Thank you, lovely patrons. I wouldn't be where I am today without all of you. Especially you, Zin, for your continued support in supporting the show. If you'd like to join them in supporting the show, and honestly, it does do a lot. It goes into a lot. For example, I'm in the works on another Elder Scrolls episode. The issue is those things cost me like more money than I make in a month on YouTube, so the patron support really does help. Yeah. If you'd like to join me or join them in supporting the show, making sure like more Elder Scrolls content comes out. If you want to see me start doing like unboxings and things like that, which I don't know who the hell would want. You know, support me on Patreon. It's a cool thing to do. Helps the show. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, go and tap that like button, add subscription to your mana pool. Guys, a comment to the comment section down below. Pass the turn and the vid to some of your friends. Hit that bell notification, and until next time, I will be one.